Hello everyone, welcome again to Sussex Strong Global. So I have some really sad news for you today, and it involves one of Prince Harry's patronages, the Halo Trust. James Cohen, Halo CEO, reported that on June 8, 10 Halo staff were killed and 16 injured by an unknown armed group at a demining camp in the Baghlan province of Afghanistan. The group entered the camp and opened fire. "We strongly condemn the attack on our staff," he said, "who were carrying out their humanitarian work to save lives. We are focused now on the care of the injured staff and supporting the families." So for those of you who may not know, the Halo Trust clears landmines, deals with unexploded ordnance from bullets to aircraft bombs, and they educate communities to keep them safe. Remember, in 1997, Princess Diana walked through one of Halo's minefields in Angola. Shortly after her visit, the Ottawa Mine Ban Treaty was signed, calling for all countries to unite to rid the world of landmines. Princess Diana stated in 1997 that the mine is a stealthy killer. Long after conflict is ended, its innocent victims die or are wounded singly in countries of which we hear little. Their lonely fate is never reported. 24 years later, Prince Harry continues her work and legacy by also supporting the Halo Trust. Prince Harry released a full statement which reads, "In all, 26 members of the Halo Trust Afghanistan team were killed or injured on Tuesday night in what was nothing less than an act of barbarism. I honor those who have been lost and encourage support for the survivors of the families of those affected. Those who work for Halo in Afghanistan face risks every day to remove the lasting and still deadly scars of war and conflict. The men who were attacked come from the very communities in which they work. They joined Halo to protect and restore their country and their homes. As I understand, the deminers who have lost their lives were also protecting their friends. These workers put their lives on the line every day to make the world a safer place. This brutal act reminds us that we must stand in solidarity with humanitarian aid workers and the communities they serve. I would urge all Halo supporters across the world to rally to their cause and help in any way they can." So that was Prince Harry's statement released in support of the families of those who were lost in a terrible act of violence. The Halo Trust is currently working in Afghanistan, Angola, Colombia, Cambodia, Iraq, Laos, Libya, Sri Lanka, Ukraine, and Zimbabwe. So that's it for now. I'm going to leave you with the original video of James Cohen speaking in support of the Halo team and giving his condolences to the families of those who died during this attack. So until next time.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to make a statement about the events in Afghanistan last night. At 10 to 10 local time, a group of armed men entered a Halo camp in Baghlan province and went bed to bed, murdering members of the Halo Trust. In total, 10 of our staff were killed and a further 16 were wounded. This is the most serious incident that the Halo Trust has endured in its existence since it came into being in Afghanistan in 1988. I know that the thoughts of all 10,000 members of staff of the Halo Trust worldwide will be with the families of those who died last night and indeed of those of the wounded. Each one of those unnamed young men was a member of a family, was a father or a brother or a son. And the hole they have left in the Halo Trust is huge. What took place last night was genuinely horrific. The Halo Trust is a humanitarian organisation. We've worked in Afghanistan since 1988. We have 2,500 staff. Every day, those 2,500 people, men and women, go out to help Afghans. They are Afghans. Every single one of them is a local member of staff. They risked their lives clearing landmines, and now they've given their lives to murder. We could take note of this incident and leave. We could be fearful of what is happening in Afghanistan. But we were there before 9/11, a full decade before. We've been through all the ups and downs of life and death in Afghanistan. And now, as the international community prepares to leave, we're going to stay. We are there for the people of Afghanistan, and we still have a job to be done. Many of the young men who died last night were Hazara. The whole purpose of the Halo Trust is to employ people of all communities, of all ethnicities. We are there not just for one group, but for everyone. And we will continue to do our work.